If we are responsible, the future will be good for the future generations. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, 2023, Chapter 14, Offences against Public Justice. Welcome to this overview of Chapter 14, which focuses on offences against public justice. This chapter highlights various acts that undermine the integrity of the judicial system and the serious consequences associated with them. Let's delve into the key sections. False evidence. Section 227. Providing false evidence is a grave offense. If an individual, bound by an oath or law to state the truth, knowingly makes a false statement, they are guilty of giving false evidence. This includes any false declaration or testimony, whether verbal or otherwise. Fabricating false evidence. Section 228. Fabricating false evidence involves creating circumstances, making false entries in records, or generating documents with false statements intended to be used in judicial or public servant proceedings. This act aims to deceive and mislead the decision-making process. Punishment for false evidence. Section 229. Anyone found guilty of giving or fabricating false evidence during a judicial proceeding can face imprisonment for up to 7 years and a fine. For false evidence given outside judicial proceedings, the punishment can be up to 3 years in prison and a fine. False evidence leading to capital punishment. Section 230. Providing false evidence intending to cause someone to be convicted of a capital offense can result in life imprisonment or up to 10 years in prison and a fine. If this false evidence leads to the wrongful execution of an innocent person, the perpetrator may face the death penalty or life imprisonment. False evidence for non-capital offences. Section 231. Giving false evidence to cause a conviction for an offence punishable by life imprisonment or a term of 7 years or more results in the same punishment as that for the convicted offence. Threatening to give false evidence. Section 232. Threatening someone to give false evidence can lead to imprisonment for up to 7 years. If this threat leads to severe punishment of an innocent, the same penalty applies to the person making the threat. Using false evidence. Section 233. Using or attempting to use known false evidence carries the same punishment as giving or fabricating false evidence. False certificates and declarations. Sections 234 to 237. Issuing or using false certificates and making false declarations in legal matters are punishable similarly to giving false evidence. Disappearance of evidence. Section 238. Causing evidence of a crime to disappear to shield an offender can result in severe penalties, especially if the crime is punishable by death or life imprisonment. Omitting information and providing false information. Sections 239 to 240. Failing to provide legally required information about an offence or providing false information can result in imprisonment and fines. Destroying evidence. Section 241. Destroying documents or electronic records to prevent their use in court or legal proceedings can lead to imprisonment for up to 3 years and fines. False personation. Section 242. Impersonating another person in legal proceedings to make statements, confessions, or other acts is punishable by imprisonment and fines. Fraudulent actions related to property. Sections 243 to 248. Fraudulent actions involving property to prevent legal seizure or to mislead legal proceedings are punishable with varying terms of imprisonment and fines. Harboring offenders. Sections 249 to 253. Harboring criminals to prevent their capture is punishable based on the severity of the offense committed by the harbored person. Accepting or giving gratification. Sections 250 to 251. Accepting or giving gratification to conceal an offense or prevent legal punishment is punishable by imprisonment and fines. Escape from custody and obstruction. Sections 253 to 264. Harboring escaped convicts, obstructing their apprehension, or aiding in their escape can lead to severe penalty. Public servants failing in their duties to apprehend or confine criminals face similar consequences. Failure to appear in court, Section 269. Failing to appear in court as required by bail or bond can result in imprisonment and fines, in addition to other penalties for the underlying offense. In conclusion, Chapter 14 underscores the critical importance of honesty and integrity in the judicial process. Offences against public justice are met with stringent punishments to maintain the sanctity and reliability of the legal system. Stay tuned to Info9 Cyber Media for more insights. Stay informed. Live in comfort.